not that nice and friendly. When the syllabus comes, I look for the attendance policies. I look for the work we're gonna have to do, class work, the percentages of the test. If the grade is just based off test alone, if there's papers, if class participation is a factor. I look at how many books we gotta get, because that's money out of my pocket, and I don't even crack open a book. Right. So, yeah, that's what I look for.
Wow, man.
Tilly.
Well, she done went in, but I think something that she didn't say when she said the look of the professor, the sound of the professor to me.
Clear eyes.
Bruh. Like the way that they talk and what I'm saying, like I have this one teacher now, you was there the first day of class, he speaks like he straight out of a SAT dictionary, like,
right.
And you just be sitting there like, oh.
And then he sounds like a mean guy. I had to get a good word for the radio.
But how they sound, and if I can connect with, if I can listen to them for as long as I'm in the class.
Okay. Man, what's
the first day? I'm usually running a little late, so when I come in,
that's every day. What you mean first day?
When I come to the door, I'm looking to make sure they started teaching already, because they started teaching the first day.
It's gonna be a class.
I really don't like that, but
first day teaching.
I hate that.
First thing on the syllabus I look for is if I gotta buy like go online.
Okay.
I look at the number of tests, then I look at the attendance policy.
I feel a little superficial because I really don't look for any of that when I go out first day. First I look at, see if it's a pretty female and I sit next to. Preferably if she's I like to sit in the front of the class, close to the teacher, like in the middle of the classroom, because I like to feel like the whole classroom is on me. So I sit in the middle of the classroom in the front. So in case my classes just get messed up, that one day I can still see the PowerPoints. Second thing I look at is the clock.
Is it in a good location?
Yeah, is it? If I can look without him noticing that I'm looking at it instead of him or her, I'm looking at the clock. Third, let's see. I'm looking at the people around me because I'm looking at scoping to see if I'm gonna be able to collaborate with them on anything throughout the semester or be able to communicate with them. And then all the other stuff comes because I barely pay attention to the syllabus because a lot of my teachers change stuff on a daily basis. So it's like, why even have a syllabus if you don't even know what days you're gonna have your stuff in your classes? I'm pretty much the teacher, but when you're in a building for a certain amount of time, you taking the same classes with the same teachers. You kind of know.
Man.
You kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, once you get in your major, that's it. It's over.
So it's just like, it's crazy because the classes I got now in grad school, the two teachers I got, I never had in my undergrad. So that's why I was kind of like, what's their teaching style like? Because I always heard good stuff about them, but I never knew them personally as teaching wise. So, but yeah, I definitely look at who I can sit next to, who around me, and the clock.
I forgot to say check for accents too.
Teachers.
I took a math class.
Ooh.
Asians and Germans.
Hey.
I can't take math. So.
Wait, I don't want to group them.
Wow. His views do not reflect the views of 91.9 The Buzz. It's solely the views of Jamel, aka Mel Main, saying there's biases within the teaching system.
Just the voice though, nothing.
Okay. All right. Thanks for clarifying that. We don't want anybody thinking you're prejudiced or racist over here because you are prejudiced. But yeah. So attendance policies. What's up with that?
I think they should not exist.
Why not?
Because I feel like if I decide to miss class that day, that's my personal decision. It should not affect you. Now, if I miss an assignment, if I miss notes, that's on me. If that causes me to fail the class because I missed the information, that's on me. I don't think you should fail me because I didn't want to come to your boring class or your interesting class. However you feel your class is, I don't think I should be punished because I didn't want to come to your class.
However you feel your class was.
Now, if our grades are gonna come from tests, why does attendance matter? As long as I pass your test, you should be happy.
Because if you Well, I'm not.
Maybe-
I agree with you.
Maybe I don't learn from lecture. Maybe I learn better from
But
sitting in
I'ma
my
say-
bed reading my book.
the attendance policy is good if you personally don't know anybody in the class, and if you have teachers that don't know what they want to have their tests and their assignments. Because you can perfectly, if your teacher always has the right assignments on that day, yeah, you'll need attendance policy because you know that that teacher's reliable. But if you have teachers that want to spend extra time teaching this lesson and they intended to, and they pushing everything back, and you miss that day, and ain't nobody telling you,
But that's my fault for not going to class. I feel like I'm gonna get the punishment for that anyway for missing the stuff. You don't have to fail me. My grades are gonna reflect that, may or may not, depending on how you learn. Because there were classes I only went to on test day, got A's. So I mean, there was class I never went to. I went to on test days, I got a C. That's my fault. I can't blame him for that. I didn't go to class, but I passed it. I didn't go to her class and I got an A. So I mean, it really depends.
I
It
practice
really
perfect
depends.
attendance. 'Cause I always feel like teachers are gonna be mean that they have a pop quiz on that day I don't come to class. I was like, but
We
I'm
have
gonna tell you,
Don't come to
I had a
class
teacher. He was teaching what is it? Philosophy, intro to philosophy, and people wouldn't come to class, so he would get extra credit. I swear, you not. During the times people didn't come to class, we had like over 50 points of extra credit. People was coming out of the class with 150 points on their test out of 100. So
And I think
That
you
look-
should be
that-
rewarded.
And I think
You
that is a good reward.
Yeah,
you know?
you should be rewarded to go to class.
You failed that class. That's like wrong.
yeah, man. I mean, it's just kind of like I guess it just depends on who your teacher is.
I mean, you should go to class, yes. But if you don't,
But you saying just attendance
your
policy
own
is
fault.
just kind of like
yeah, I
a
hate
waste
them.
of time.
Like I feel like I feel like I'm in high school with some of that stuff. Because I feel like you're holding my hand and it's like you only get this number and then we're gonna fail you. Like let me take responsibility for my own stuff. If I miss it, I miss it. It's on me.
My only concern, my issue with attendance policies is not the fact that they have them. It's the fact that there's no consistency in the teachers that have them or not. Like I wish it was all or none.
Yeah.
If every teacher on the campus had an attendance policy, that would be fine. If none of the teachers had attendance policies, I feel like it should be either or. It should be like
To each his
you
own.
have to certain that, and then I mean that even though it's your own personal responsibility, just like school is your own personal responsibility, that places you in a dilemma. Like I have to plan out which days I can go to this class, which days I can't go to this class because this person. I mean, it may be helpful because that class with the attendance policy probably has more work than the class that doesn't have the attendance policy.
And you know what?
So you can be like, well, I can use the class that I don't have the attendance policy and to do my work. Like I don't know. I'm not a skipper.
I'm more likely to respect you and your attendance policy if we actually do in-class assignments. Now the teachers that just stand there and lecture you, there's nothing else to do but sit and listen to them. I resent you for your attendance
You
policy.
like you want to say something a little more
Because
mature rated.
yeah, I
I
really do.
hate you.
Because you're just forcing me to sit here and listen to you talk. Like, if we're doing stuff, I can understand that more than you just sitting there talking. I can really understand that. Fine, so be it. And also, the problem for me comes in, I'm taking a class right now. I think you get 6 absences. This girl is in that class for the second time. She had like an 88 average in that class. But because she had 7 absences instead of 6, she failed. To me, I'm saying I can get a good grade without coming to your class. Why would you still fail me? And without cheating. So, I mean, that's not okay.
You know you would cheat.
And like some of them, they don't even care about your excuse. Like I have a teacher now. Like if you miss those 3 days,
Mhm.
those are
That's
just your days.
Mhm.
Don't send me no email about why you missed that day or what happened.
Mhm.
That's your business.
Mhm.
Right.
But just know that you missed the day,
Mhm.
and that's it.
Mhm.
So I'm still deducting points.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're still going to get that absence, but I don't want to know why. Like, I feel like that's unfair.
Like, I could walk down the street, drop dead, come back to life 3 days later. It don't matter that you were dead. You missed your 3 days and that's it.
And that's really
not
how they
okay
are.
because I feel like it should be situational. If I decide to just sleep in, that's one thing. But if I was like in a coma, that's another thing.
But what happens about the people that lie? And that
Well,
makes it bad for the people that actually
But
have
that's
those
gonna
things.
come back to them. That's gonna come back. They gonna get what's coming to them either way it go. Like you can't really sit and play God on that because you can't say, well, they lied, so that's that. Trust me, it's gonna come back to them. If I lie, it's gonna come back to me. I know that. You don't have to know it, but it will. But I just feel like I've always been against like punishing the good people because some people are misbehaving.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to a comment that you made about the attendance policies and then that you said that if it would be fine if they had attendance policies if they actually had in-class assignments.
I would respect you.
I want to transition that into group work and your opinions on the validity.
I personally don't want anybody else's attitudes or doings or wrongdoings to affect me and my grade.
I'm gonna ask you: are you usually the leader in your groups, or are you kind of like?
It would depend. If it's a class that I'm struggling in, then no. Like when I took a Cal class and we had a group project, I was not the leader because calculus is not my strong point by any means whatsoever.
Okay.
Now, if we had a group project and say English, yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, I can write really well. If it's a class in, what am I taking? We just had a group project in media ethics.
Mhm.
I found myself being the one that has to push us doing things to get stuff done. So it's like, if it's my strong point, if I gotta do it, so be it. If it's my weak point, why would I take the lead and weekly lead you to a seat?
Do you take the role, or do people naturally put you into the role, like when they see your ideas go?
How in group projects?
Yeah. Because
I
sometimes.
mean, well, honestly, this is how I approach it. Like, I would, in a perfect world,
I'm waiting on that one.
I would want everybody to have equal power, equal say, not to have anybody stand out as the true leader. I just want everybody, because we're adults, I want to act like adults and everybody just collaborate equally.
Mhm.
But if nobody's doing that, that's when you have to step in and say da 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 da.
Oh, that's what you
We
said?
need to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
What does that mean? Translate that.
No.
Da-da-da-da-da.
I
That
did.
voice
That's what the
code.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G
Oh,
was. Yeah.
Well, so da-da-da-da. Shout out to all the da-da-da-da-das. That's alphabet boys. You
So
out there, let me know. Da-da-da-da-da.
that's
All right, go
what
ahead.
I'm done.
T-Lee,
What?
what's up, man? Like, what are your opinions about
I have,
group
I
work?
have a closing comment on that though.
Oh, okay.
Oh, go ahead. Let it close on that.
I'm sorry.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Group projects are annoying though. Like I despise them so.
Y'all, we had a class together, and she even had like this ethnic boy. I can't really. I don't
Oh my
I don't
God!
know what his nationality
Media
was.
society. We not even gonna point out no
But
nationality.
he spoke no English.
None.
Nah.
None.
None.
I bet he spoke one
It
word.
was non-English.
He said no.
Spoken.
He said no. That's all the word he knew. He
And
spoke
you know,
English.
It's
Y'all, it was
so
so funny
And
watching them
Spanish.
present. It was so funny watching them present. I ain't even gonna lie, because every time we had a group project in that class, I said, please, I'm not working with him.
because
Prejudice on the level.
he got stuck with the group before and they had problems. They couldn't contact him. He didn't do nothing. So we had another group project. He worked by himself. Then she forced him to work. The teacher forced him to work with us. Like she made him join a group. And why she picked us, I don't know. But it was
Because you were a great leader,
difficult.
babe. And she wanted
It
to
was
put him in the group with a great
It was
leader.
so funny.
Probably teaching that man English.
So, Mel,
I don't have a problem with group projects, man. I'm usually one that organizes group projects, so I don't have a problem with it.
we got a special guest in the studio today.
Oh, hold up. I ain't never got to talk about the attendance policy.
My bad. Okay.
Hey, whatever happened to
Free attendance
I'm
policy.
Yeah, you talked all semester, so go ahead, dog.
I don't have a problem with the attendance policy. I have a problem with like tardiness though. I think it should be a number on tardiness. Cause I don't like people walking in 30 minutes late. Ooh.
30 minutes.
Hold up.
They
Let
don't
me
care.
tell you about.
Special guest.
I think our special guest has something to say about this 30 minutes
30
late.
minutes
So before that, D, what you got to say?
About this tardiness thing. Okay, this is how I feel about it.
Uh-oh.
I have a teacher that says if class starts at 8 o'clock, at 8:02 I'll mark you late. 8:02 is ridiculous. That I can't say what I want to say on the radio, but it is ridiculous.
I mean, you can say you just gonna get in trouble for it.
Now, if you said, now I had a teacher that said 807. Okay, 807 I can work with. 810 I'd be happy about. But 802, I could trip and fall, come up the steps, and be late. I could have been on time. I mean, while you play it, I
like I'm out stay home.
My boots don't fell out a little bit.
Exactly. Like, I have literally, on more than one occasion this semester, woken up thinking, maybe I shouldn't go to class because I'm not going to be on time. I walked in at like 8:04 and you going to mark me late? For real? You still up there trying to get the notes on the projector.
My teacher just be coming in at 8:04. Like,
and then he was late to class today by more than 2 minutes. I think you need to rearrange your own little syllabus.
Hey.
I done ran late a couple times. I had to beat my teacher to the attendance sheet. So.
Well, I'm glad I don't have y'all teachers because I'm late every day.
Trying to catch this before it gets
And it's on purpose. Like, I know how much time it takes to get from my class from my house, and I don't ride my bike anymore. So that's like, I know it takes me about 15 minutes to get from here to here. I leave at 9:15, thinking I'm gonna get there. I know I'm gonna get there after 9:30, but I just do it anyway.
Cause it sounds good.
It just,
It sounds good.
I'm like, man,
15
look,
minutes.
I say to myself every morning, I say, self, myself say, huh?
Okay, Mr. Brown.
I said, I'm gonna leave at 9:05. And 9:05, like, I'm gonna leave at 9:10. 9:10, so okay.
9:15.
9:15, that is. But she would be on at 9:14, walking out the house. So, I don't know. But our special guest she's acting shy. Earlier today, she was just talking her head off. Who we got in the building? Yeah, you got to come closer. Come close to me.
You forget her theme music.
I wish we had our little theme round of thing over here, but it don't make noise
So
no
we're
more.
talking about.
So what's your name?
My name is Jordania.
We want to give you a radio name. You got a nickname?
Jordy? No, I don't like that.
Yeah, we don't like that either.
I don't know. Y'all just kind of come in one.
Jay Lily.
Jay Lily. Hey, that's what's happening.
Oh, gosh.
Jay Lily, first name, last name. But we want to know your comments. First, I want to know your opinions on college. Has it been beneficial, or you feel like it's been somewhat a waste of your time? I mean, and we want you to be PG, okay?
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Well, beneficial. It has been socially. Like, I've done a lot of things that I've wanted to do. I've been at fashion shows. I've been officers of organizations. I've been in forums, speaking in front of people. You know, I've kind of grown as a person socially. And but as far as academic-wise, well, right now I'm in my psychology minor courses. And something I noticed with those professors, you kind of have to teach yourself. And I don't see the whole point of you talking to me for an hour and 15 minutes about material that's not going to be on the test. And it's kind of like, it just kind of feels like a waste of time. But that's like my only kind of negative thing about college, honestly.
Okay. Your opinions on the attendance policy and tardiness. What's up with that?
Well,
Because I first met Jay Lily in a class, and she was late every day. And we're not talking about the 2 minutes that your teacher gives. She sat in the front of the class. She sat in the front of the class, and she was like 15, 20 minutes late. You know, 15 minutes is the school legal's absent time. She would come in 20 minutes and just be like, la 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 la. Hey!
I hear
Like smiling.
At least
The professor didn't do nothing. She just sat down, kept on talking.
I thought the teacher was going.
Have y'all ever seen Jimmy Neutron before? You ever seen Jimmy Neutron? You know a teacher that sound like the bird? That's how a teacher sounds. So she like, and she would come to class, she'd be teaching anthropology or whatever. That was anthropology was there, right?
yeah.
Yeah. And
She
she's like,
was sweet now.
South America. And
I had a
Lily
little
would come in
fun with her.
class.
She was nice.
And Lily would come in class all super late with
and act like it's
with a
nothing.
TLC waterfall
She's so
jogging
cool
pants
with
on.
me. Like,
Wait, what?
With a TLC waterfall jogging pants on. Late in class. And be the first one trying to leave.
well, gotta go.
So,
No, I wasn't.
I said, y'all, this class. I got to go.
Well, attendance policies, honestly,
You don't like them.
no, I don't. Unless I don't because I feel like we're paying for this and it should be our responsibility. If we want to be there, then we'll be there. We are all young adults, and like I said, if you want to be there, you'll be there.
I feel like it should be our decision. You don't have to force it. If we want to waste our money, that's on us.
Yeah.
You're not wasting
Either
your
we gonna
money.
pass or
Y'all
we not gonna
wasting.
pass.
Y'all wasting them poor lottery ticket people money they put on that hope.
We gotta pay it back. So it's ours. Once I sign the little
You gonna
paper,
pay
it's
that.
mine.
Right.
Ain't paying for the hope.
But yeah, I feel.
I earned that. Stop.
What you think about group work?
Group work? I personally don't like group work because I'm like a,
Independent person.
yeah,
An
I'm a
independent
one-on-one
late
person. I don't like to be on other people's time, and I don't like people to waste my time.
Hey.
So I'd rather work alone. But
You really get the F on yourself. You get the
but
F for
group
both other
work
people.
wise, because I don't, because group people don't carry their weight. I usually be the person
Oh,
who
yeah.
volunteers to set up the PowerPoint. That way, I don't have to deal with nobody till the end, and I give y'all the time. Y'all send me everything y'all did, and I put it all together.
And they can't say you didn't do nothing.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's a trademark. It's every group has a few characters, but it's like
And the person who always want to be the leader be the one who don't do nothing.
Let me tell you,
I don't know. I've had the opposite.
No, I had this one.
I always wanted to do an experiment where I just don't do nothing. I'll be the slacker in the group. But it never happens. You realize
It always be
you
somebody
go
doing
in,
even less than you.
Man, you just sit
Yes.
there and you just be like, man, I might as well just do the work then.
So you always got that one person that's the leader that assumed themselves as the leader that wants to tell everybody what they're supposed to do. Then you got that one person that don't ever show up for the meetings. You can't meet them, but they always tell you to call them and email
And then
them.
they be the one who always want to talk in class and don't know what they're talking
And
about.
don't like what everybody else put together. Then you got
On the
the
first meeting, they seem like they got everything. Oh, I know this person. I can get us this. I can get us that. And then they
And they don't do nothing.
You got that one
We
person.
gonna make a video. We gonna be creative.
You
And it's just like everybody
You
else.
got that one person that was mad that the leader jumped in front of everybody, but they wasn't confident enough to jump as the leader. And then you got, so they hating on everything the leader say. And then you got them other two people just like, man, I don't care, I'm just gonna do my job. Tell me
What
what
you
you
need
want.
me to do?
What you
Alright.
want.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
I don't
dynamic.
like the leaders that just think that their job is only to delegate and that's it. You do this, 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 this. Let me know when you're done. Like, what you finna do besides tell me what to do? You got to do more than that.
They the leader, man. They feel like they're the good
No.
type.
No.
Unison, man. They got a little song over there.
And
No.
you basically know who you want to work in a group with in your class.
Hey, do you do
Like,
that?
I don't want the teacher's pet.
Do you do that?
Amen.
That girl that know it all, who be raising her hand, answering every question.
That's what I want in my
Always
group.
y'all
I know
say, the teacher be like, oh my God, it's cold outside. She
And
gotta
you-
give a story about Nebraska. And how it said first snow first came about. You know,
Like, and you do want to work with your friends, but to be honest, sometimes your friends are one of those most unreliable people, and oftentimes are the slackers.
You got that teacher's pet, and then you got that person that's a little bit outdated for the class.
Or the person that can't speak English.
That person that outdated for the class. That somebody that always got stories about their 3 kids. And
Bruh.
that always want to share a
why did I
story.
get an old person in the class? That was my kids.
That always
My
got a story.
7-year-old.
And want to share stories with the teacher. And the teacher goes, oh, yeah.
I had an experience like that with my
You know, my son. You just live here.
You know, he's 7. No, he's the one in the middle. You know, it's like, all right, cool.
Okay.
We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna address some more issues with the college setting. This is Love Below 91.9 The Buzz.
We can get 3 shots.
And I'm